everyone, welcome back to another video on the crypto channel. Hope you are all doing well. Today I am doing a quick update for you on Brett on Base. It's been a little while since I've covered this one, not intentionally, but I've just kind of been caught up with some other projects at the moment. That's not to say my conviction in Brett is not still strong. I mean, in my opinion, this is one of the best blue chip memes you could be investing in right now next to Pepe. So that's kind of the scope of what I want to talk to you all about today, kind of how to place this in your portfolio, how much to buy. Obviously, that depends on what you're working with in your portfolio, but just kind of the placement and overall mindset of where I think or what I think you should be doing with Brett on Base right now. Now, there's so many arguments saying, um, Brett on Ethereum is better and it's the OG and you can make more money faster. I think Brett on Ethereum is a second-rate Brett, meaning a copy of Brett on Base. There's no doubt that Brett on Base is the original. It is the legitimate one. So, when I work with, people on their portfolios, I always say if you are investing in Brett on Base, do not confuse it with Brett on Ethereum. Brett on Base is the official Brett. This is the one you should be looking at. This is the one you should be investing in. So, with that being said, this is one of the best blue chip memes you could be investing in, as I said before. Um, I listen to a lot of different influencers on YouTube and other social media platforms to kind of get a gist of their perspective. And I know some influencers believe that you should hold a bigger bag of Pepe. Pepe is not for everyone, okay? There's a lot of degenerates that I work with and they like those more risky coins. Therefore, Pepe or even this Brett on Base and things like Dogecoin, which are a little bit older. Brett on Base is not old, by the way, but Pepe and Dogecoin have been around for a little while, so they're not really into those kind of plays. They want quicker gains, and bigger gains, right? So, like when they see long-term plays like Pepe or Dogecoin, or even Brett, um, that are probably going to do like a 20x. Brett on Base, by the way, I don't think is going to do 20x. I think it's going to do much more, but like Pepe and Dogecoin are probably going to do like a 15 to 20x. They they're not into it. They want the short term gains and the big gains, and they don't want a small 20x coin. They want the next 50 to 100x coin. So Pepe is not for everyone. Now, I just did a video that will drop soon, or by the time you watch this, it will have already dropped. What kind of investor I think should be investing in Pepe and why I believe in Pepe. That's not to say it's for everyone. A lot of people skip over Pepe because they're like, why am I going to get a 15 to 20x coin? Well, Pepe is a much safer play and much safer than Brett on Base, actually. But I still think there's there's a high security level in Brett on Base. But there is safety and security to Pepe, therefore it allows you to invest more in it. So yes, it might only do a 15 to 20x, but you could put more in it because it is such a safe play. And then you get a 15 to 20x out of whatever you put in it. But here's where Brett on Base comes in. It's not as safe as Pepe, correct, but it's safer than Jerry, than Hoppy, than Andy, Landwolf, Boppy. What are the other, Matt Fury characters right now? It's way safer than those. And that's nothing against any of those other projects. Jerry, but happens to be one of my all-time favorite Matt Fury characters right now. It's skyrocketing, but it's more of a low cap, right? And it's newer, and there's a little more risk involved with it. Brett on Base, you can absolutely easily get a nice bag of this Let it be the biggest bag in your portfolio, um, smaller than Caspa, but let it be your biggest meme bag in your portfolio. And you could do well on this. There is a level of safety and security to this. That is, if you don't hold Pepe, this could be like the next Pepe, right? Um, if you don't hold Pepe, but you hold Brett, I would be making this one your biggest bag. If you hold Pepe and Brett, then in that case, it's probably smart to make Pepe your biggest bag. But the thing is, not everyone is into Pepe this bull cycle. It's not like one of the hottest memes you could be investing in. There's so many other ones, but there is, again, a level of safety and security. And the fact that it is the godfather of the Matt Fury characters, and it is an OG, and it is established. So there is value to those things. So yes, it is still popular, but it's not like a new up and coming Matt Fury character that's just going to skyrocket, right? It's not a 50x coin, it's not a 100x coin. So I still stand by putting a good chunk into Brett on base. I think this is going to go far this bull cycle, and I again, I think this is a very valuable project. This chart looks pretty healthy. We experienced a short-term correction down here, which began in February of this year. And then we saw a little bit of a spike up to 9 cents back in mid-May, and then now back down again through a short-term correction. 5 cents is such a good price, guys. Please, I hope you're topping off your bags on this. In terms of exchange listings, I believe, hang on, because bear with me because it has been a while since I've gone through these exchanges. Okay, it does not have Kraken. So I hope and I would love to see this head into tier one territory. I think it's worthy. I think it could easily be a Coinbase meme. And I think the first exchange that this is probably going to get tier one is probably Kraken. Then from there, I think we'll see crypto.com and then hopefully Binance. When I don't know if we'll see crypto.com or Binance this cycle, but I think we could see a Kraken listing. This again, and it's tier one worthy. I want to compare this quickly to Pepe. So Brett is going to be in the blue and Pepe is in the orange. And I just want to see like correlations between the two because again, remember, see, they're identical. They're literally identical. I've never seen anything so identical in my life. This is the 1 month view. When Pepe pumps, Brett pumps. So, like it would be smart because Pepe is such a safe play. Throw $1,000 in, $2,000 into Pepe, and you are set. And then do a couple hundred into Brett. Or, if you want to go higher on Pepe, $3,000, 5,000, 6,000, do that. And then for Brett, do $1,000, $2,000. It depends, obviously, what you're working on in your portfolio, working within your portfolio, how much you have to go around. But I would be implementing as much Pepe and Brett on base in your portfolios as you possibly can, guys, because they're two very valuable projects, just in different tiers, and they're in on different levels right now, and they're different kinds of plays. But again, Brett on base was kind of designed to follow in Pepe's footsteps and kind of be that next Pepe, and I think it's doing a good job so far minus the fact that yes, the price is down, but so is everything right now, except like a handful of things. So my price prediction on this, actually, I don't even need to pull out my calculator because I'm going to tell you what it is right now. $3 to $5 on this. $5 is a little more of a bullish price prediction. $3 is a little more of a conservative price prediction. It's probably going to hit maybe somewhere between $3 and $5, but I would love to see this hit $5. Um, but most likely $4. But 3 to 5 on this easy. And again, like if you hold Brett, I would be watching not only the Brett chart, but watch the Pepe chart. And of course, if you hold Pepe as well, just look at both charts because you could see the correlation here. When Pepe pumps, Brett kind of has a little bit of an increase, and it's very apparent here too in the 7-day chart. I have never seen two more identical projects, in my opinion. So that's it for Brett on base this week. I'll try to do another update next week. If I don't, then maybe the week after. I've been fairly busy with the base chain as a whole. There's been a lot of projects on the base chain I've been looking into, and kind of doing some research on, promoting. So I've been kind of busy with base chain memes in particular lately, but unfortunately, as I said, Brett kind of fell to the wayside and not on purpose. It's just because I've been consumed with some other projects. So that is my take on Brett this week. Don't forget, guys, the Crypto Channel VIP has launched. Um, Hopefully that loads. I thought it was loaded, but it's not. So I'm doing, we'll give that a second. So I'm doing one-on-one coaching calls and portfolio reviews. So please book a call with me. Um, that's probably not going to load in time. My Wi-Fi has been a mess today. So, one-on-one calls and portfolio reviews, two options available, the single call and the annual option, reasonable pricing, answer all your questions, turn your portfolio into thousands and millions, depending on what you're working with in your portfolio. And, we go through every bag that you have and my thoughts on each, and we go over placement, how much to get, what to put into what to swap, all that good stuff. So it's a really informative call, and I loved connecting with my community, which is why I am doing this first and foremost. So please, if you need some help, you're a newer investor, let's hop on a call. Also, social media links are in the description section: Instagram, X, Discord server. Give me a follow. To book a call, by the way, link for that is in the description section as well. And of course, if you made it this far in the video, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is so, so appreciated. And I will see you all in the next video. Thanks, guys.